There's the red light. Okay, here we go. The title of this video is Why I Love Living in Colorado. My name is Mario Jannatpour. I'm a realtor with RE/MAX Alliance here in the Louisville, Boulder area. I've lived here most of my life. I was born in Washington, D.C., lived in Fairfax County, Northern Virginia, and I moved to Boulder when I was 15 with my family. Went to high school here, went to college here, and then have worked here all my single life, adult life. Now I'm married and I have kids. But I think the biggest reason for me why I love Colorado is I love the weather. I love the climate. Especially growing up in Virginia with the killer humidity in the summertime, the wintertime, it's really wet and cold and damp. Here, I mean, it's really bright and sunny most of the time during the year. We can have a day in January where it can be bright, sunny, blue sky. It could be 45 degrees and you feel nice. You could walk outside with like a sweater or sweatshirt. But it could be in other parts of the country where it could be really cold and damp and 30 degrees, rainy. So the weather here, I just totally love it. Blue sky, you can see for miles, the vistas. It's just really, really, really pretty. In the summertime, no humidity, so that's really a bonus. The second reason why I love living here is just beautiful. The mountains are spectacular. I mean, you can be in Boulder, you can drive up to Lake Brainerd, you can hike up to Lake Isabel, Blue Lake, and that's like a day hike. And that's really like about a 40-minute drive from Boulder. It's the Indian Peaks Wilderness Area. You could drive up to Estes Park. You can go down to Colorado Springs, Pikes Peak. And but it's just beautiful here. The mountains are spectacular. Growing up in the East Coast with all the woods and the trees and everything, you're really closed in. Here, you could just be driving on the highway. I go up on a ridge here in Louisville. I could look down. I could see Pikes Peak. I mean, that's about, 100 miles. I mean, it's really, really nice. So just the beauty, the landscape, I love it here in Colorado. And then the third reason why I like living in Colorado now that I'm adult and married and have kids is the cost of living here is really low compared to other parts of the country. Our property taxes, because I've been a realtor now for about 10 years. I specialize in helping people to relocate here from other parts of the country, and I talk to them about their property taxes. And I know all around the country, some places it's very, very expensive. I mean, I know like Minnesota, that surprised me a couple years ago. Property taxes there are very steep. I mean, the East Coast, the whole Northeast Seaboard, D.C., Virginia, the Mid-Atlantic, you got Florida. A lot of places the property taxes are really very expensive. I mean, my house, like in Louisville, if I were to sell it, it probably would be close to $600,000 in the market value, and our property taxes are roughly $2,500, $2,600 a year. So that is something that is a bonus for living here. And then cost of utilities are very, very very reasonable here. So when you have your air conditioning in the summer, when you're heating in the winter, our utility costs are much lower than what you see in other parts of the country. My wife's company, she works for she's a software engineer, and they have a data center. And their company is based in San Jose. They've got locations in Europe, but they put their data center here in Colorado because the cost of electricity is much lower here than it would be in California. The last reason why I like living here, and again, now that I'm married and I've got two young daughters, they're 7 and 4 years old, is a great place to raise your family. I mean, it's a great community. It's just a great place for your kids to have activities, to do things. They can learn how to ski. They can play tennis in the summer, rock climbing. A lot of people take their kids to these rock climbing gyms, and then they go up in the mountains and they do rock climbing. They don't go to El Dorado Springs. They go to some of the more easier places to kind of start out. But there's just a lot of activities to do here. A lot of skateboard parks in all the cities, a lot of dog parks for all the dog people. People are jogging here. They're bicycling here. There's a great sense of community for people that are always out and about and doing things. And the same thing with kids. I mean, your kids are going to be able to have a lot of friends from their neighborhood, from their school, from the activities they're doing. Today was the first day of summer school for my daughters. We have them at the YMCA summer program at the Louisville Elementary School. which is kind of the hub for all the schools in Louisville for the summer program. And today was the first day, so Ria and Pooja were kind of a little stressed out. So once we get in there, they're like, oh, they start seeing a lot of their friends that they know from their school, from their Montessori, from their karate, from their dance. So that just made them feel comfortable. And me as a parent just kind of, reduces my stress so I don't have to feel so bad, that they're going and they don't know anybody. So that's one of the my reasons why I like living in Colorado. I have many more, but I don't want to make this a super long video. And that's one of the reasons why I love being a real estate agent. And for me, being a realtor, helping people that move here from out of state, it's really easy for me, and it's also fulfilling for me because I'm helping somebody that's moving here from a different part of the country. They get to enjoy Colorado. I kind of get to be the ambassador for Colorado, and it really makes me feel good about what I do. So if you don't have a real estate agent and you're thinking about moving here, or you're planning on moving here, you got a house hunting trip coming up, feel free to shoot me an email or give me a call, and I'll be happy to help you. Thanks.